have someone here who is HIV positive.
Yes. So we have, by the way, Aiden
so I got the woke police.
That's right, babe.
The Leo and Danny show. So, Aiden, we were talking earlier. Aiden, describe the categories you belong to. So, you are a gay man.
Okay, so I'm a gay. Hey, how you doing?
How are you?
So I'm a gay man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. And I was brought here undocumented.
Okay.
At age 9, I was dropped off at grandma's government housing in San Francisco, and I grew up
Grandma's
there.
government housing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I ate like the blocks of government cheese, man.
Okay, Grandma's government housing sounds like it's about to be a cookie brand. And then it turns into something darker.
And so then, after I graduated high school, I was still undocumented, couldn't get a job, couldn't go to college, so I was a hooker for a while until I got HIV. And then I'm a young widow. So those are a lot of people don't assume that because they look so happy. Yeah. But like, so
we actually brought Aiden in to fuck Dino up the ass without a condom.
With zero
today.
condom. Just to teach him a lesson. If you're really woke as you say, Dino, you would be down.
And we were telling Aiden before the show started that Dino, because Aiden was saying that a lot of times he gets into trouble because he doesn't mind his P's and Q's when it comes to political correctness. And people come at him saying, hey, you can't say that, you can't do this.
Right.
To which he responds, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, what are you gonna say?
Yeah.
Really? Like,
Right.
okay, you went to like UCLA for like political science, and you're gonna tell me?
Yeah.
That's right.
Like, what? Go fuck yourself.
It's when you're in the bathroom of a tugboat blowing a bearded fisherman. It doesn't get much more woke than that.
No.
And that's where Aiden has been.
I do want to make this point though,
Yes.
Danny.
Yeah. Why somebody tugboats?
What's his name again?
That's
Dino.
Dino.
I'm sorry, Danny Dino. Lots
Dino.
of
Don't do it again.
Dino. So I could fuck you up the ass, raw dog,
He could,
and you wouldn't get it because you wouldn't get HIV.
Dino looks so upset.
Because
He looks really upset.
Nowadays, it's like basically like having like nothing, right? I mean, it's barely in your bloodstream at this point, right?
If you are taking a medication and
Right.
you're undetectable, it is actually untransmittable. So I
Right.
could fuck each and every one of you
Yeah.
and come in you,
Yeah.
and none of you would get
Nice.
it. Not
Yeah.
that you would want it. You would probably more likely get it from one of these guys because they could have it and not know.
I would
true.
get a serious
very
case of the
possible.
jollies. I would fucking love my
and they're
life.
actually rapists.
The most likely to have AIDS, Aiden. The
Damn,
most
Dino.
likely to have AIDS is definitely cigar guy. He does
yeah,
eat. He eats random ass, and he did get genital warts in his throat from ass eating.
Why you change it every time? It was fucking.
It was-
gonorrhea.
It was gonorrhea in his
Get it
throat.
from eating ass. You have to. Can't.
You can get gonorrhea.
Well, you can't get AIDS from eating, but you can
No.
get gonorrhea from eating ass.
I did.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
It was fine.
Okay, let's slow this down a little bit. I want to say this because, as I was saying, Aiden gets chewed out sometimes for saying politically incorrect stuff, and I just wanted to forewarn him that the guy who is going to be the most on that in this podcast room is Dino.
Yeah.
Dino is the guy who can't take mansplaining. He's one of those people who said, like, if I don't care if you don't like Hillary as a candidate,
Right.
you are morally obligated to vote for her to keep the orange man out of office.
Right.
He's one of those hardline leftist kind of guys.
It slipped one time, and I said tranny, and oh my, he didn't talk to me for 3 weeks.
Yeah. So, I don't know, Aiden, maybe you could talk to him about what makes him so woke
Right.
and where that anger and passion is coming from.
He doesn't. I don't know whether to take this seriously or not because he hasn't said anything.
Tell me right now.
He doesn't say much.
When
It's
you
because
look at
he's
him,
offended.
Yes, and he's also high out of his mind, Aiden.
You said something negative about Biden when you walked in, and he hasn't forgiven you yet.
Oh, what? I didn't say anything.
You were critical of his Afghanistan policy.
Okay. Well, sure.
Dino doesn't like that.
Yeah, dude, I love blowing up little Afghan kids.
Are you being sarcastic?
Well, is Biden's plan? He knows what
He's
doing.
imitating Aiden.
Yeah.
That's
So
what
he's
doing.
super right wing, and we're making fun of him. Is that the deal?
No, because yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. Oh, so
actually.
you're super right wing.
Yes, he is.
I'm
So-
not like they think
You
I'm
got
super
him.
right wing.
Too right wing to get fucked up the ass.
No. Is there such a thing? There's no such thing.
You know there's more homophobic guys on the right-wing side that really do want that dig up the ass.
Doesn't give a shit, do you? You don't. I mean, obviously, if I raped you, then you would. But I
I
mean,
don't care if anyone's gay. Like that's not me. But
I don't think anybody cares anymore. I did HIV
cares.
jokes in Montana last week.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like I have this horrible joke. I'm like, I've had HIV now for 17 years. My HIV is almost old enough to buy cigarettes and watch porn. Okay, and so I say that, and like they
like
were
it.
totally okay with it. So I feel like
Wow.
we've come a long way. Most people don't care unless you like aggravate. I feel like if I was like. If I came at anybody like, you need to accept me because I'm gay, then, then it's a little, it's like scary.
Do that again, dude.
You need to accept me because I'm gay, Casper.
He's actually, you're preaching to the choir there.
Casper.
He's
you and your
raising,
pearl necklace. I'll give you a pearl necklace.
right.
All right, I'll give you a pearl
All right,
necklace.
all right.
It's funny since Aiden is HIV positive. I know this is a random segue, but we do have that girl we were gonna, herpes girl. Maybe
Yeah.
we could call her up at some point today and
Sure.
have Aiden give her a little pep talk.
Yeah, Aiden, we have a girl who's very down. She has herpes. She's already come on the show and announced it with her face on
Right.
camera.
Does anybody here have herpes?
No.
Okay, well, he has herpes.
Mouth herpes, but not genital
Yeah,
herpes.
yeah.
Big,
Well, I
big
mean-
difference, Aiden, right?
There's people who have herpes. I have herpes, right? You know what I mean?
Which type?
I have the lip.
Yeah, me
Okay,
too.
well, that
me
doesn't
too.
count.
When I get really stressed out, actually, I'm recovering because I got really stressed out a couple weeks ago.
Sure.
'Cause I got really sick. But yeah, like
But you don't have to tell your partner that you have herpes. If you want to have sex with Dino, you wouldn't have to let him know that you have herpes. Genital herpes.
technically,
you wouldn't have to let him know that-
Here's the deal. Actually, with HIV, right? Like, so if I were to have, I'm sorry, Dino.
Now, be really
Continue.
explicit. Be really
If
explicit
I were
about
to,
what
if
you
I
would
were
do.
to raw dog you, Dino,
And
he's like not happy about this at all.
And?
But like, I guess like legally,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have to tell him because I couldn't be transferable, right?
if you didn't finish,
Yeah.
you mean. But if you did finish, you'd have to
No,
tell.
even
It's
if I
different.
did finish, it's untransferable
They have
as
to
an
private-
HIV.
they have to hire a private
positive
detective to
person.
figure out if he came or
But
not.
for me, I like the other person to know just as a protocol.
I would
Of
hope
course.
so, yeah.
So
yeah.
but it is like if I did fuck anybody, it is untransmittable because I am undetectable.
Nice.
Yeah, and so I'm
Congratulations, by the way. That's great. I'm
I've
sure
been undetectable for like 15 years.
when you first got it, you thought it was a death sentence. Then
I thought I was gonna die alone.
When did you first get it?
2004.
Okay.
Yeah, I was 19 years old. It was
Okay.
so-
That's rough.
Yeah.
That's rough. That wasn't, I guess, the darkest time for HIV. That wasn't like when Freddie Mercury died. Was that the
No.
low point? But it was bad. It was bad back then.
And what was worse was like, dude, I was like homeless. I was like, and I wasn't out to my family. So like, when you get HIV and you're not out to your family, and what do you do?
Yeah.
how were you? Okay, so if you were having sex for money at the
After a
time.
football game, Dad, this fucking cheerleader came. I fucked her, and I got HIV. Is that what you told your dad? Some straight stories. Why?
I didn't tell my mom. Actually, I don't know my dad. This will have daddy issues, right? Of
course.
But I didn't tell my mom until like the book came out because when I told her I was gay, she threatened to kill herself.
Oh.
So I was like,
wow.
how am I gonna tell her that I have HIV?
Yeah.
Because what's she gonna do?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I didn't want her to find out through the book, so I
Yeah.
had to like tell her. But she came a long way because I was like 10 years in between. And she
Yeah.
actually said, you know what? You're my son. I love you no matter what. I just want you to be healthy, happy.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a really
Amazing.
sweet.
Yeah.
I'm glad
Yeah.
she came to the terms with that and said that though. That is important.
Yeah, I think so.
It's funny because Dino also said that if his child was gay, he would kill himself. I've heard him say that.
You know, Dino swings wildly from super liberal to super.
It's nuts.
The truth is somewhere on the right. And then, Aiden,
Wait, no,
I
you
want to
didn't.
hear about. Do you know which sexual encounter it was that gave you HIV?
No, because, okay, here's what happened.
Let's hear about the dark days of your
Yeah.
prostitution stuff.
Right.
Oh, yeah. So here's what was happening. When I got out of high school, I was still undocumented. I found out I couldn't go to college by like saying, I would like to choose this college. And they were like, you can't choose because I was undocumented. And I didn't know what to do. And I couldn't get a job. And at that end, I was also in the closet with my family. There was a lot of trauma around that. And so what happened was I was literally, honestly, fucking everybody
Yeah.
for free.
Yeah.
I
Nice.
didn't care. I didn't have any
Top or
self-worth.
bottom?
Oh, I was bottoming.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like a
Oh, yeah.
teenager twink.
Who are you fucking? Because I've heard stories. A friend of mine he didn't come out of the closet until I think like college, but I knew he was gay from when we were like 16 or something. He would fuck older neighborhood men that he would meet online who were married and had families. I assume part of what you were doing was guys you meet in gay bars, gay websites, but some of it was like businessmen in trench coats who would fuck you
Absolutely.
and just beat your ass behind a dumpster.
San Francisco. I grew up in San Francisco. And so, this was back in the days of gay.com, which is a grinder for back then.
Yeah.
And I would hook up with 3 or 4 different guys every single week.
Oh, I
would
thought you were about to say
regularly-
day. I thought you were about to
I was
say
like,
day.
wow.
I mean, it was
Legend.
insane. I fucked every top in San Francisco with an Asian fetish or during that time.
And then
my God.
were you were on gay.com, and I've seen the billboard, by the way. There used to be one right over the freeway as you entered the city that said, "Are you?" And it was just this Twinkie guy going,
Yeah.
I saw that billboard. And then so you
He's
were
funny.
you were
he
working
is.
you were working the internet circuit, but were you also frequenting places like the Leather Eagle or whatever the clubs are called?
No.
Okay.
I kind of kept it, because I also had like a lot of shame around it.
Of course.
I'm not so exhibitionist, and I still carry that, right?
Yeah.
Because like when you guys were talking about the whole like fucking at the beach, I went like, oh my God, I could never do that. I can't fucking public. I can't go to bathhouse. I'm like a one-on-one guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And so I fucked all these people completely reckless.
Sure.
And then I thought, hey,
Where were you fucking them at?
their
place?
house, their car.
Yes.
Hotels.
What was your target? It doesn't sound like you have much of a target demo here.
No.
You said every top in San Francisco.
Yeah.
So that means kids your own age, roughly. Did it mean older men who were abusive?
Size queens. Was it
Most-
black men with huge penises by chance?
There were a few of those. And I'm in the hundreds, guys.
Oh, wow.
So like
Champion.
like 400, like probably.
Wow, yes.
And this was before I got
more
HIV.
than all of us,
Like,
so.
and I like, you know what, and I just want to say I like to be super open about this because I think it's important.
Absolutely.
I think people, you know,
Right,
this is
cigar
great.
guy. You got to be open about
There's
your
still
experiences on the
people
beach.
out there that think AIDS is a death sentence. That that it's gonna kill them, and people should know that.
I don't think what you're saying right now is that we should encourage people to go get raw dogs
No,
in San
no,
Francisco.
no,
I mean,
that's
if
not-
you are
yes,
doing
I'm
that, then
saying.
there's probably like some kind of self-hatred going on, and
Yeah.
you should look into that.
Obviously, that's
you know what I
important,
mean?
too.
So-
But like, yeah, I felt.
Can I zero in on one encounter, Aiden, that really made you feel awful about yourself? I'm talking zero respect from whoever the guy was. Maybe he was abusive verbally, physically, didn't say a word to you after he ejaculated and just kicked you out of the car, the hotel room. Was there something like that you thought, holy fuck,
Yeah.
I hate what I'm doing and I hate myself?
There was a guy who said, "Let's hook up," and then he sent me a picture of his cock, and then he said,
It could have been anybody in this room.
"Austin." No, I'm kidding. I'm joking.
They always like
But
Austin.
he sent me a photo of his cock, and he said, come to my house. I am behind this house with the broken refrigerator.
Okay.
That's how you know it's the right place."
Wait,
and I was like,
Behind the house?
I was at the my door is the door behind the broken refrigerator. That is
Okay.
the correct house.
Okay.
And I was like, okay. So I get in there, and this guy is like at least 100 pounds heavier than he said. But I didn't care. I was already there. He leads me to the back room where and he's high on something, right? And everything's curtained off. And
How does
he's
the
like,
room look? Terrifying?
There's a couch. There is a blackout curtain on the window
Yeah.
that he's looking out of. There is a big screen TV with porn playing.
What kind of porn?
Gay porn. Huh? Like straight porn.
He loves Lisa
Yeah.
Ann.
Yeah.
Do you remember the scene by chance? What was it? Just like a guy railing somebody, or was it like a blowjob scene?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember. I watch
not
a lot of
important.
porn. I don't
Just
remember.
curious. I was
So
curious.
I was there, and then I hear fucking harmonica in the next room.
Oh, that's not
and
good.
I'm like, what is this?
He shares a room with a blues musician.
And he goes,
trouble.
He goes, "That's my partner, and we have an open relationship. We took some drugs. He's coming down, and so he plays harmonica to calm himself, and so I'm still horny. So here you are, and I'm not attracted to him, I wanted to leave, but like I felt like I didn't want to. This sounds terrible. I didn't want to hurt his feelings.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah.
And so I fucked him, and I walked out of there. After like 10 minutes, I was like, this isn't working. I gotta go.
Yeah.
And when I got back into the car, just like crying, I was
Sure.
like, this is the worst. Like, what's going on with my life?
That's exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah.
And I want to hear a little bit more about the sexual encounter. It sounds like you didn't want to do it, but hot cross buns being played on the harmonica
Did he
was an
look like
aphrodisiac of sorts.
I wonder if he looked like much our friend.
All right, I'll suck your
No.
dick.
I
All
love
right.
this guy because he's like, you're so unapologetically fucked up. So
Yeah,
it's kind of
exactly.
it's appreciate. You're honest. You're an honest man.
Yeah.
He was honest.
And I apologize if I went a little hard on the lady in the last thingy. It's just all in good fun. And I called her a bitch a couple times. I use that word sometimes interchangeably for girl or woman. I respect her. She's a fan of the channel.
That's how the N-word and bitch work in Houston.
Okay, Austin. Thank you.
God.
Yeah, that's what he does sometimes.
So I wonder if.
But I'm still Aiden. I want to talk to you because what we have right now is and I appreciate you sharing that because that is exactly what I was looking for. How did the sex actually unfold with this guy who was heavier than he represented himself as being? Did you give him oral? Did he have sex with you while you were face down? Was it missionary? Give me some of those positionary details.
I don't want to talk about that.
Positional. You don't?
No, I feel like I've gone far enough with entering and seeing this fact. I did suck his dick. I'll go that far.
Okay.
Okay.
You just can't give me a hint. Were you facing the ceiling or the floor?
I'm not. No.
You told me you have HIV.
Question. I had a lady tell me once that she enjoyed having sex with fat guys. Okay, this was her thing.
And that's fine.
Right. But
know?
she did say that when you give oral, sometimes you do have to push up on the
Ew.
oral. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I'll leave it to the imagination. But I think I've gone about as far as I'm willing to go
Okay.
on that one.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Really?
Is that okay
Yeah.
with you?
I'm surprised. Totally okay with me. I'm surprised. 'Cause
But how much further you want me to go? I've told you I fucked a guy with a broken refrigerator with a harmonica playing the next room. Give me a fucking break.
That would be traumatizing.
I want to
for me,
hear
too.
about his hairy belly running on your spine.
Maybe you're gay.
Hey, there are rumors out there.
There
Gross.
There are.
There are plenty of rumors about both of us that we
I
are
feel
gay.
like this show is like reliving. It's all about reliving traumas.
Yes, of course.
It's like, tell me all about reliving it.
Yeah.
And creating new ones.
Creating new ones. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, that's in Dino's case, creating new ones. Because
Dino is
he doesn't know
impervious
what's
to
happening.
trauma. Yeah, Dino doesn't. He's never had trauma for a day in his life.
he hasn't. The trauma, I think.
The trauma from my raw dick is what he's got.
He needs some of that dick.
He does. It
No,
would do him well.